Alright, welcome back to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, where we're gonna do some more stuff. We still really don't have much of an inventory. We've got a lockpick, all this stuff, so I think one of our first orders of business should be, probably get a weapon. We already looked at that, yep. I'm pretty sure exploration is a little bit more possible right now, because I'm fairly certain the game despawned Jack. Did I look at this yet? Nico's hardware. So here's one of those things that if I was working at a hardware store and I saw someone buy a saw and a rope, and the pet collar's like whatever, but that just adds to the weirdness. Yeah, I think I'd go, maybe don't want to sell these things to this guy. But then again, if you're a smart businessman, you might say, oh, well, this guy might just buy one of these things here, and something... Wait a minute. Didn't he burst through this? Or did I die that time?
Hey.
Dad?
Hey, you.
Oh, I'm not gonna pay attention to you right now.
Hey, you.
Before we go activate that guy, I'm gonna go show what we're supposed to do. Our goal right now... I don't hear anyone, sorry. Our goal right now is right over here, which is an area I don't think we've really explored yet.
Hey, over here.
Got this picture. See, this seems a little weird. I don't see any of these, like, zombified, infected people going around just going, oh, I hate this picture, let me X out that person's face. Crazy husband and wife from before. Jack's face looks like it was photoshopped onto that body.
Hey,
this one's great. You don't know him, but you get the feeling he's an asshole.
Open up.
Which is so true. Also, wow, that text looks like a little weird.
Hey.
But what we want to do here is this Resident Evil door. Look at this. The first time I saw this was when, like, early on in the game where I was still kind of like, this doesn't really feel like Resident Evil. But when it really started to feel like Resident Evil was when I saw this. We have to get a relief or a little metal there to fit into that place, and then we can open that door. So that is our objective right now. And I think that's pretty great, because that is, like, the most Resident Evil thing ever.
Hey,
so let's talk to this guy.
Hey.
Hold your horses.
Hey,
okay, can I help
here.
you?
Hey, you gotta help me.
Hold on, back up. Now, sir, do you live here? I mean, is this your property?
What? Me? No. No.
All right. Now, we got several calls about some missing persons lately.
You don't understand. I gotta get out of here.
Now, calm down.
You're not listening to me. There are crazy people in this house trying to fucking kill me.
Well, all right. Let me tell you this. You don't exactly seem like you're playing with a full deck yourself, all right?
Are you kidding me?
Look, like I said, we've had several missing persons calls. And I can't rule out that an outsider like yourself may not be involved.
All right. I'll tell you whatever you want.
All right. Now, that's more like it. Now, meet me in the garage. We'll talk there.
Hey, wait. You gotta give me your gun.
You must have lost your mind.
Look, officer.
Deputy.
Right. Deputy. Now, do you want to see my name in the obituaries? Or do you want to be a hero and save my life? A fucking pocket knife?
Here. Take it. That's all you're gonna get. Now go. Garage. Now.
What am I gonna do with a knife?
That doesn't make sense to me. Why does Ethan say, what am I gonna do with a knife? Well, first off, you could stab things with it. Second off, you can use it to get to areas you couldn't get to before. Which we're literally gonna do now. And also, look at this other Resident Evil thing. That's so Resident Evil 4 and, like, 5 and 6. I'm glad that they brought that back. And it's such a small thing that's like, no one's gonna care if they don't bring back like the boxes you could break open with your knife. But I'm glad they did. So anyway, what we need to do is just go down here. This animation looks really satisfying too, by the way. So I like how when you get close to things, you pet it sometimes. Like, you just kind of slide against it, and sometimes it just looks like you pet objects like that. This game is very nice, and I like it. And... boop.
Hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Now, first, you need to tell me what you're doing out here alone in the middle of the night.
Me? What about you?
No, it's my job. Why don't you do your job and tell me? Answer my questions.
You're not gonna believe me if I told you.
Try me. Hey, put that door back. Put that door back up.
So as soon as you gain control, just go right over here. This is something that I didn't realize until I played the game twice, that you could do this.
I'm gonna kill every one of you.
So what we can do is use this to drive into Jack. I'm sure most everyone knows about this now, but it took me a couple times to realize, like, you get a pair of car keys in this section, but I can't figure out anything to do with them after Jack uses your car. Jack? Jackie boy. Well, maybe... whoop. Dad? Oh, hey.
Nice car, Let's finish this, you and I.
I'd really rather not.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you for a ride.
No.
So, yeah, that part's pretty cool. I like that. And it's very clear that Jack is having, like, the time of his life. Which is fun. Oh, he ain't dead, though. This is the only part of this that's a little weird, is that you just have to get the gun from underneath the car, which is a little weird. I wish that they had placed the gun in a different area. But yeah, it didn't occur to me to do this until, like, 2 or 3 times playing the game.
Now look what you've done, mother.
Go away. But the big hint, like, I didn't even figure it out myself. The big hint was that, like, the Resident Evil Facebook page... Oh, my hand disappeared there. The top part of my hand disappeared. That was weird. But the Resident Evil Facebook page was like, hey, have you tried, did his body move? Have you tried getting in the car with Jack or something like that? Or how did... You know, they posted a GIF of you in the car in the driver's seat, and I was like, wait a minute, how do you do that? So that was pretty cool. And then, you know, first I had to find the keys, which are over here. Because the first time I played through, I figured that was going to come into play, because you can just grab the car keys, and then you just have them with you for the rest of the game. And I was like, that's a little weird. I don't know what these are going to be for.
Do I have your attention, boy? You're about to see something wonderful. Oh, fuck!
I figured it was going to be kind of like Clock Tower or something like that, where you could, like, maybe leave the game early, and get, like, just leave with your car if you did, like, a certain number of things, like maybe you gassed it up and stuff like that. But no, that's not the case. It's just the keys are essentially useless if you don't use them in that one part. So now we have the ox statuette, which can be used to open up that dumb Resident Evil door. But yeah, if you didn't do that, there's a little bit more of a, like, a boss battle with Jack in that area. I would recommend, if you've never done it, do it at least once. But it wastes quite a bit of ammo. A lot of the fights with Jack, if you don't know what you're doing, waste quite a bit of ammo. The good thing now is that we are kind of Jack free for the moment. He obviously will come back, but for right this very moment, we're fine. I'm trying to think if there are any other boxes we could break with our knife right now. I think there's one... There's either one in the save room or like in the tunnel underneath the save room. I don't remember. Is there anything in here? No. Oh, also, I think now the save room theme is playing. It's pretty great. If it's not, because I can't really hear very well the TV, but the save room theme in this game is really good, and it's another one of those, like, yep, this is Resident Evil. A game I was very worried about because I didn't think it was going to feel like a Resident Evil game. There are a lot of things in this that make it feel like, oh, this is Resident Evil, this is fine. How do I get that? Yo, how do I get that? I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what I was thinking of. Alright, well, get me out of here. Can I not open this? Huh. Alright, so I'm just back here now. Save you the trouble of watching that again. Nah, I'm not gonna save. I will, however, get this guy. That's a Mr. Everyman or Mr. Everywhere. I don't know. It's something like that. They're the collectibles of this game. I haven't bothered collecting all of them because it's just for a trophy. Because I don't think it's not like Resident Evil 6 or anything like that, or Revelations, where you get like extra files for like some lore if you collect them all. So this is another one of those, another one of those things that just looks like this is like the most Resident Evil thing ever. Look at this. This looks like the Spencer Mansion. This looks like the foyer in the Spencer Mansion. Ethan, when
Daddy give you a hard time?
That's your father?
He used to be.
I'm sorry, but he's dead now.
You just might be able to pull this off.
What? Pull what off?
There's something I need you to do, but I can't explain it right now. You may need some sort of keys to do it, but find a way out of the house.
Okay.
I'll be in touch.
So, speaking of things that feel very Resident Evil, look at that. Look at this. This is the most Resident Evil thing I've ever seen. So, looks like a three-headed dog. Heads are missing. This is very Resident Evil 4. Well, it's Resident Evil, but I specifically think of 4. So this right now is pretty much just our long-term, I guess short-term, long-term. It won't take us that long. Is there anything in there? There's a lot of goodies in this room. Let's get to that guy. Shoot me, shoot me. I've never shot one of those. Although that is a funny thing. The first time I ever played Resident Evil 4, I thought the only way you could break the boxes was to shoot them, and it took me like half the game to realize why am I running out of so much ammo so quickly, and then I realized, oh, I could just knife these. Gunpowder. Antique coin. I'll have to find an item box to put those in, because I don't need to carry those. Look at this Resident Evil thing. Look at this. This is such a Resident Evil game. I'm going to take that, because I'm actually going to go deal with that now. Over 20 missing in 2 years. Captain Howell from State Police told reporters they have started a search for Helen Midkiff, a college student from North Carolina who was traveling in Louisiana. Mrs. Midkiff hasn't been heard of since the night of the 21st. Reports of missing persons in South Louisiana have increased dramatically in the past 2 years. The majority of those missing are tourists and vagrants. At least 20 people are thought to have gone missing so far. Police suspect foul play and believe there may be a connection between the incidents. Plans are in place to step up a local investigation and increase personnel to further the investigations. Alicia Ashcroft, January 19, 2016. Apparently, Alyssa Ashcroft is from one of the Outbreak games. I wouldn't know. I've never played those. I don't have enough space. Let's make some bullets. Might be able to... Yeah, why not? That's a lot. Look at this Resident Evil thing. Look at this. Look at this. This, the most Resident Evil thing. So we're going to put that back because we can't do anything with it right now. That, I think, even more so than the weird, like, reliefs over here, that's my long-term goal. Or short-term. But I'm going to go get one of those reliefs right now, actually. Hopefully Jack hasn't spawned back. I don't think he has, though. Like I said, I think some of this stuff is scripted. Based on, like, when things happen and who appears when. So, let's put that in there. This also feels like a haunting ground thing. Like, the fact that the clock is going off makes it seem like Jack could hear it and go, "Ah, Ethan, what are you doing in there, Ethan?" And then he'd come and get you. But I think we've done quite a bit so far in this video. Let's get rid of some of the stuff. We don't need that. Right now we don't need that. I'll keep that. That seems good enough. So, for right now, that's going to be the end of this video. And I will see you next time.